and welcome everyone. My name is Kartika Nair and you're watching Synchro Shakti. Today I've been very inspired to do a video which is not on a topic that we usually discuss because we're usually talking about healing and manifesting for ourselves. But today we're talking about healing and manifesting for our children. And I'm very, very honored and appreciative to have this beautiful soul with me, Aishwarya, who is a student of Synchro Shakti Academy. She studied through all of our courses and now she's in our current batch of Healy Fest live as well. And we've just been chatting earlier before I started recording, and I've had a chance to get to know her and connect to her energy and the love, and I appreciate that. So, welcome Aishwarya to the video. Yeah,
It was
yeah,
frozen.
okay.
Hmm.
It froze there for a second.
Yeah.
Welcome. How are you today?
Amazing, amazing.
So, the main thing, first you can introduce yourself and let everyone know who you are, and we can take it from there.
So, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. I am Aishwarya. I am basically from Maharashtra and I'm an engineer by profession, but I don't work as an engineer. Currently, I'm a life coach and eventually I am a parenting coach now as well. And I'm an inner child healer. So, all of that I learned because of my son. And that is how I started this new career. And obviously, because of you, Kartika, your courses, they have guided me throughout, yeah, for the journey.
Super. So walk us through what was the issues that you were having when your child was born, and also what did you do to help in the healing?
So when he was there's another miraculous story that I would want everyone to know, because I know many of women are struggling. So with me, I have very low AMH, which is as good as, so my eggs and everything, that condition is like a woman who is in her 40s, so it's very difficult to conceive. It was very difficult, and I conceived in the very first month of uh, us getting to know that, okay, these are the reports and you cannot conceive and all that. And I manifested my child literally, and then I manifested a normal delivery without me doing any jhadu pocha or any exercise or nothing. I used to walk, not purposely, but I just used to walk. That's it. So that's another miraculous story. Secondly, I joined MMMC in 2021, and 2022 I realized that my son is little hyperactive and he's hitting other kids. When schools opened up, he was hitting other kids, and the behavior, he used to spit on other kids when we went to our hometown and all of that. So the reason could be anything. It could be COVID or it could be anything. He was born normally. He was very intelligent child. I had focused a lot on him, and still this happened. So I actually, the moment we did checking and everything done, we got his test done, and officially it came. I felt suicidal. I had called my trainer and I told her that, I don't want to live, because what is this? We feel that it's some mental, Indian people, we feel that there is some issue with the brain, and we can't handle this. There was no one around me, or even in at my husband's place, nobody like this. And my husband is a topper. I was a scholar in school, and I was like, what is this? And I couldn't take it. But meanwhile, slowly my husband is like, okay, let's do it. And so that was the basic issue, that I could not accept the reality, basically. So just to keep myself cool, because this is the life. Even if I commit suicide, who is going to take care of this child? Because he's
Mm.
hyperactive. If I myself can't take care of him, how will he live his life? So after realizing all those stuff, I'm like, no, I have to be strong. I have to. And meanwhile, I was obviously watching MMMC. So there was non-resistance that you taught us, non-judgment that you taught us, then Ho'oponopono that you taught us. Everything was, every day I used to open any random video and I used to go through it. And that was, on that day, this was the message I needed, that video, usi se related video used to open. And so slowly, I started working on myself. Yeah.
So you started out with acceptance, non-resistance, and deciding at that time that maybe I can help heal this kid, or were you like, okay, even if I can't help heal this kid, I'm okay?
I never thought of if I can't help heal him. We went to his therapist. We tried a lot of therapists once or twice. We went there, we saw the environment, and realized that this is not good. Eventually we realized that okay, this is the best thing, that is this is the best therapy center for our kid. So I asked them, and nobody gives you guarantee because they can't. Now I understand why they can't. So they were like,
Mm.
we can't give you guarantee. So I said, how many months? At least tell me when he will be normal. Can he be normal? Yeah. But they can't give you guarantee. They're like 10% to hyperactive. Even I am hyperactive. 10%, sometimes you are also hyperactive. So that is how they tell you.
Mm.
Then his therapist told me, give me 4 5 sessions. Let me see where he is, and then I'll tell you. I said, I'm not going to blame you that you said 4 months and now he's not. So don't worry about that. So then she said, okay, maximum 4 to 5 months, he'll be fine. So,
Mm.
yeah, so
Okay,
then
so you were not in that desperation of 4 to 5 months में नहीं हुआ तो if it didn't happen in 4 to 5 months then it's like this is terrible. You were kind of open in your energy of I'm just allowing it to flow and see.
absolutely. I never thought of when this is going to end. I just wanted an idea for myself. Just wanted to mentally prepare myself that this is the kind of efforts I have to put in mentally, without resisting, without judging ki what am I doing? What is this happening? All my friends
Mm.
are engineer, they're settled abroad, they're doing well in their careers. And what am I doing here?
Mm.
At that time I had finished AA also, level 1.
Mm. Mm.
Turning, the messages used to come that I've achieved this, I've achieved that.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm like, I have my own time, and
You have your own journey. Put the blinders on. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then my when I came back to Delhi, my husband kind of was into depression, not clinical depression, but you feel depressed. So again, I was every day, that was my as you say, that consistency is very important in manifestation. So I used to watch sometime like 15 20 minutes mile hai, I'll open some video, I'll watch MMMC, and I'll do
Mm.
something. So I used to learn from that, and I used to, teach my husband that this is how it is, this is what we should do. That was like a counseling for. So he initially, even I was depressed. I felt that, I never used to drink, I never used to smoke. I stayed in hostel, I've seen other girls drinking, smoking, doing so many things. I never cheated anyone, I never did. Then why me? why
Mm.
why
Yeah, yeah.
why this
Yeah.
situation
Mm.
is with me? Then I'm like, no. Then slowly, every day watching those videos, every day I used to learn something. I used to teach my husband that this is how you should do. Then eventually I became a life coach because I liked this path. I love talking to people, I love training people, and then I learned Reiki. So when I enrolled my son for therapy, his behavior was extreme. Okay, so behavior, he used to teach us ki nahi, he used to tell us ki nahi, today we'll go on a two-wheeler and papa only will ride, not mama.
Mm.
That is how he
Mm.
used to behave, and he was very stubborn. So
Mm.
within a month his behavior changed. So they asked us to go to a behavioral therapist also. There we did not get appointment for 1 month. So for that 1 month he was doing only OT, occupational therapy. So after a month, when we went to the behavioral therapist, she said, wow, he has changed so much in a month, I can't believe it's the same guy. Because when we went to talk to her, we couldn't talk to her also, because he did that much, he was that hyperactive. So we couldn't speak properly, and she's like, now see, we are able to talk. That gave me a confidence that,
It's possible.
it's possible. And then there is an activity I in MMMC, where you what worked out for me, that it's in depth, and that is what all miracles did I see. And so I wrote that, and then I realized that, yeah, wow, it's possible. Within a month you can see that much of shift. So, but then consistency, every single day taking him.
So at this point, you've gone to three different therapies, and you're also dealing with your depression and you're dealing with all of this. What are you doing specifically for him? Are you visualizing him in a better state? Are you affirming for him? What are you doing internally towards him energetically that's helping him?
So, first thing that we decided is, because everybody used to be like, he is hitting, ये मारता है, ये ऐसे करता है. So other kids used to hate him. Their parents used to hate him. So first thing
Mm.
that we decided, me and my husband, is we have to love him unconditionally. That he should
Mm.
know that no matter what, my parents are there, and they are going to be with me. They love me unconditionally. So that's what we did. We created a strong bond between three of us, that no matter what other person says or outsiders say, we have our family, we are safe. So
Mm.
that was that. Then again, I started cleaning myself, because, as you have discussed, our kids are also a reflection of our inner self. So we
Mm.
were actually, my husband was, he running behind work, work, work. Then
Mm.
we realized that no, it's not everything. We have to exercise, we have to give time to the family. You have to give. My husband has a concept that, kids grow on their own. You don't have to give
Mm.
them time. Because
Oh.
there were seven kids. His mom and he grew up on his own. Actually, there were no parenting phenomena.
Mm.
Nothing. He had
Mm.
elder sisters. So then he realized, no, this is important. My child is important. I have to. So he started working out, exercising, because for a hyperactive child, we need to engage him into exercise. So our
Mm.
lifestyle changed. Every day, my
Mm.
son used to wake up and see that parents are working out. So our
Mm.
lives changed. Our physically, we improved. The way we used to eat has improved. Eating ghar ka
Mm.
khana and everything. Our
Mm.
lifestyle improved. Secondly, consistently taking him for therapies rather than
Mm.
blaming his therapist. We were doing two therapies. One is occupational, and the second one is behavioral therapy. So rather than blaming his teachers or therapist or anyone कि क्यों नहीं हुआ, I was just daily, I was like a ritual. I used to take him for
Mm.
regular therapies.
So
Five.
there was more openness to healing than there was the condemning, criticizing, complaining, judging, resisting. So that energy you released, you just went with the trust that it's going to, some shifts are going to happen.
Yes, it is going to happen. And we always, like, I remember every day, my husband and me, we used to say that, and we saw the spark in him. He was very emotional, he's a very loving child. And my husband said, still he says that, he is going to do something different. He's going to be an extraordinary child. And that faith, every day, because we used to say these like an affirmation, because we had that belief that he is
Mm.
an amazing child and he's going to be extraordinary, because the kind of effort he's taking after school, going for two classes, then coming
Mm.
home and playing like he's to
You
huh.
Sorry to cut you, sorry. So just to put in context, you are acknowledging all the good that is happening. You're acknowledging the strength he has. So you're taking that and building his story based on the strengths, then on the weaknesses. So you're basically pivoted your focus.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then realized him uh, getting trophies, everything, because we realized that he's good at sports. So
Hmm.
same thing, that he's good at sports, let him do it. Yeah.
So what did you say? You visualized him getting trophies, or you encouraged? Can you repeat that?
I visualized it.
You visualized him getting trophies.
So
Okay.
first step was visualizing that my neighbors and everybody or his teachers saying that he's doing really well. Now he's perfectly fine. Second step, may I visualize that his therapist is saying now no need to come. He's perfectly fine.
Hmm.
We are doing a farewell. That I visualize that now we are
Fantastic.
first step by step, like first I visualize that they are saying that okay, now you can come 3 days a week. They themselves are saying now you can come 2 days a week, and now they're bidding a farewell. So those things I visualize, and as soon as I realized that he's coming out of it, he's on border, then I started visualizing him getting trophies, him doing really well in school, teachers are praising him, principal is praising him, they're saying that you have done a good job, then our neighbors are saying that wow, we can see the difference. So every possible thing that I could visualize, I have visualized.
There is two things that come to my mind. I'm not a parent, but I have this two insights that I got in my journey. Is one, they say it's like a saying out there. People say that there's a reason why children like this are coming to the family as a blessing to teach you something, to learn something. So one thing I see is that this kid has helped polishing you and your husband in many ways to come out of a lot of your patterns, and to not only like change lifestyle wise, but also to teach you so much of that non-judgment, non-resistance, the openness, the healing. So there is that almost like a spiritual teacher that he has come, which is a very strong benefit. But also, again, this is just a saying, is souls choose their path, and they choose their path to evolve through certain situations. They choose the family that they come into, they choose, and all of this is to be able to actually evolve through that limitation that you're born with, or you've chosen to be born with. So in some level, it is like both him and you guys are meant to be teachers to each other in a beautiful way.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So for a parent who is listening to this, whose kid maybe has ADHD or something, maybe the kid is not studying, or maybe there's a lot of, something that the parent is unhappy with around their child. Maybe even autism, maybe something else, something on a spectrum, or maybe nothing. Maybe the kid is totally fine, but then they just want their kid to improve, or get off the couch and stop doing video games. For somebody who wants to help improve their child's life, what would be your advice as a parenting coach?
So first is love your child. Every child, they have four spiritual need. First is to be feeling loved, feeling approved, feeling appreciated, and fourth one is feeling safe and secure. So every time the child is throwing a tantrum, understand that the child needs your attention. They're doing it to get attention. Every time when you're saying something to the child, I see very easily parents say, you can't do this, you are unable to do this, look at other child. Put yourself first in that place. What if your husband tells you, or what if your mother-in-law tells you that you're not good enough, look at someone else's daughter-in-law, how will you feel? And that you are, at least logically you can think that okay, fine, I can, ignore it. But the child can't, because for the child you are a world, you are their world, you're their universe. They believe everything that you say. And remember, 0 to 7 years is subconscious mind programming, and they are if you it's going to create self doubts in them. Every time they're going to do something, they're going to think that I am not better than this person, will I be able to do this? For lifelong you're putting that pattern. You're saying one sentence for a second, but it's going to be engraved in their brains for forever. So um, first is your children, second is your children are the mirror image of who you are. So we did this small experiment. My son used to watch a lot of mobile and everything, and then we decided one fine day, we decided, like few months back, we decided that let's open few books for ourselves. We'll open a book and we'll start reading, and let's see what he does. We'll just start today instead of telling him. So me and my husband hates reading, but still we opened few books and tried to pretend to read. My child kept his mobile aside. He came, though he's an ADHD child, sometimes they don't understand things very easily, but still. And he picked up one of his books and he opened. And now from that day, it became our ritual that before sleeping, we all read our books. So they are copying everything that you do. We feel that they don't watch us, but
Oh
eventually
yeah, yeah. They
they're
they
copying.
soak in everything. They're like a sponge. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want your child to do something or to behave a certain way, you start behaving that way, and they are a mirror image of you. Or you tell your husband that okay, you do this, you should behave like this, or you in a gentler way, loving way, and so that the child will understand that in this situation, this is how you should do, or this is how you should behave. So
So I have a question here. I've seen these reels on YouTube where, the kid is playing with something and the parent says, drop it, don't play with it, just drop it. And the kid is still playing, and then the mom screams in the most vile way with every bad word you can possibly think of. And she screams at a kid and she says, shut the up, get out. And then the kid finally drops it. And the whole comment section is, gentle parenting is for kids who listen, but for the kids who don't listen, you need to like throw down on them. Only then they will stop. Now, we've talked about 0 to 8. Parents, when they cannot emotionally regulate, they're going to take their emotion out on the child. And the child is not only, of course, I mean, this is basic knowledge. It's going to scar the kid. It's going to affect its self concept because it's going to see itself. It's going to feel scared. So the amygdala in the brain is going to be hyperactive for that kid. But also it's going to do similar patterns when it becomes a parent as well, unconsciously. So even if consciously you say, I know my parents hit me, I'm not going to hit my kids, but when push comes to shove and you're really triggered, a very unconscious parental pattern can come up there as well. So what do you say for parents who are using a violent language or violent behavior towards their kids in order to correct the behavior, especially for kids who are, let's say, hyperactive or not listening or things like that? What do you share around that?
no, it's going to impact your child, because everybody is hating him, and again the parents are hating parents so the child is going to have hard time in his relationship, but because every time when something goes wrong, the child is going to think that okay, I am at fault, because everywhere I am at fault. So that's a huge, and they might get in a relationship with a narcissist person, or red flag basically. So when the child is not listening to you, understand it's your something is within you is faulty. Something is wrong with you, or your the way you talk to the child. So the best way to tell your child is, do not react. First is, do not react when the child is throwing tantrums. When you come back to bed at night, we have a ritual that for half an hour we talk to each other, and we have that counseling time basically. We so most of the parents, they want their child, when the child comes home, they want the child to tell you that okay, what all happened, and the child doesn't tell. So we have a ritual that when we are at the bed, I tell my husband what happened in my day, what were my struggles, and my husband tells me. So that's how slowly my child started opening up, and he tells us that what all happened during the day. Somebody said this, somebody said that, and all of that. So start creating that ritual that half an hour before bed, you give it to yourself, where the child and you all will, and will share what all happened, and whatever you want your child to do or to behave in that half an hour, you tell him before sleeping, half an hour before sleeping. That is where the child listens, because he's, the room temperature is low, the child is calm, you are calm. That is when technically the child can receive, because his prefrontal cortex is not developed till till the age of 5 6, right? So no matter how many times you're going to tell the child that don't do this, don't do that, he's not going to listen. But when you tell him before sleeping, it is going to go into his subconscious mind, and they behave exactly the way they want. I mean, you want,
Mhm.
or what you tell them.
Mhm. So you're telling them what not to do, or you're telling them what to do,
What to
or
do. Yeah,
what
because
to?
if I tell you not to do something, you are going to do the exact thing.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
us as in adults, yeah.
Okay, okay, because that was the question. So to put it all together, there was non-judgment, non-resistance, being open with the flow of healing. So there wasn't when will it heal? Will it heal? You were just like, I'm experimenting, I'm open, and
Detachment
the
with results. Detachment
okay,
with the result.
yeah, no attachment to the result. It was like a flowing thing. You said that you're visualizing at every stage of, the therapist saying, okay, don't have to bring him now, or whatever. And then visual. Did he ever get trophies and things like that in school, or is that still in the making?
Sorry. Yeah, he. I think last month there was a marathon or running competition. That is where he got. He plays cricket. He plays tennis. He plays badminton. uh,
Mm.
yeah, professionally. Like he has classes. He does strength training. So last month we saw four abs, like proper abs. So
Abs in him.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fantastic.
So
So go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, so he is the way we treated him, we treated him that there is nothing wrong with you. So he became, eventually he became very confident child. So when we are into we go into to airplane, he says, I want to talk to the pilot. So he goes inside, some 2 3 times he got a chance, he spoke to the pilot, he asked him how the plane goes and all of that. So when you teach your child that you are perfectly fine, he will feel that okay, yes, I'm perfectly fine. That is when they open up and do things. Yeah, and then with the confidence he earn trophies and everything. Yeah.
There is, I remember books that I read, Napoleon Hill and some other books where they talk about these case studies where there were kids who the whole world said there was a problem with, but then the parents kept saying, no, 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 you're going to do it fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, and that helped the kid actually kind of come to some state of balance. Again, not a parent, I'm just coming from what I've known. That's why I wanted to interview you so you have a first-hand experience. So, with that, is there any final words you want to share with people before we wrap up for today?
um
So, where can people find you? So, since this is a great offshoot because I'm not a parental coach. I can't guide people, and I know so many of our viewers and students need somebody who can guide them around the kids, and I can't personally yet. I mean, I can to some extent because I was a kid myself who went through quite many things that I feel a lot of kids are going through. But I'm not a parent, so I would, and also how to parent. So, if you can give your page or your website or something, we can put it in the description. People can find you.
or sure, I'll can I just pick up his call? His teacher has come.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, sure, sure. No worries.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so where can everyone find you for guidance or for the kids?
So my Instagram handle, I'll share the link with you. It's Heal with Ashi. So there you can find me, and I actually teach. I'm an inner child healer, so I help you understand how your kids are a reflection of your childhood or your unhealed childhood wounds. And I'm a parenting coach as well. So yeah.
Okay, so you'll share your Instagram. And I mean, from a spiritual perspective, yes, there is that. Like there is the father, the mother, but there's also that soul's journey also. So there's like three, So that sometimes you have to allow the child to find its own genius and its own path in that way, but you also have to do your part. And I feel like the major thing that you shared was related to your healing, your
Yes.
cleaning. This was
Yes.
important.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, super.
Because
Okay. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead, go ahead.
No, no, because they're a reflection of our unhealed wounds, actually.
Right.
They're telling us all the time that this is what you need to heal within you.
That's interesting. Awesome. So, I will share your Instagram and they can DM you if they need any help and all that. Okay, phenomenal. Thank you so much, Aishwarya, for sharing your journey and all the best for the future with not only you, but also your child and all the magic that happens.
Thank you so much, Kartika, for guiding us. It all started from you, and I don't know how I would have handled all this without your courses and without, without the guidance. Absolutely, I was continuously mailing your team that okay, this is what is happening. What do I do now? And the team was used to mail me back. Okay, you can do this. You can do this course. You do this part. It was amazing. I mean, yeah.
That's phenomenal. I'm glad. Thank you so much for sharing. And I will continue talking to you. I will stop the recording. But for those who watched so far, please thank Aishwarya in the chat for sharing so much of her journey, but also for the strength. It takes a lot of strength to be able to find this path, and you've done really, really well.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
thank her and please put down what are the things that you've taken from her sharing and contact her if you need any help. And I appreciate all of you for watching. Please comment, like, share, subscribe for other mothers out there who need a little guidance from Aishwarya as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Namaste. Yes, okay, we forgot to mention something, so Aishwarya is going to share that
Yeah.
part. Yeah.
So every single day, one thing I did was every single day I appreciated. I appreciated you for giving, and I sent so many blessings your way, Kartika. I mean, I always used to feel that Kartika doesn't know how many blessings are coming her way. So every day I sent blessings to you because you took me to that path, and every single day I appreciated his progress. So every day I found out, okay, today this is the difference. Today we could see that he could say these words. Today he could understand these things which he weren't able to understand. So appreciation is, again, gratitude is a biggest
Magnet.
yeah, yeah. So I did that as well every single day.
Oh, phenomenal. I think that's the big part of it because you mentioned that exercise we did in MMMC, we do that in Healy Fest also of acknowledging because you see most of us don't have a life problem, we have an acknowledging problem. We're not acknowledging all the light bits, all the things that worked out, all the things that have happened that we can see the light, we can derive the light from the same darkness. There can be a ton of light that you can take out of that and
Yeah.
acknowledge that light and that shifts you vibrationally. So that is, I think, a big part of progress because that's what's going to build its momentum and shine because light particles eventually you have a flashlight of light in that child, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that reflected also when within a month or two his behavior changed and everything changed, though we were going for therapy. So at therapy center there were extreme level of kids, other kids, and everybody used to be like, why this child is here? He doesn't need therapy. He's waiting for his mom. He's patient. He's sitting for 10 minutes at one place. And so that is when whatever I appreciated came back to me, and I actually experienced those things in my life, where people
Mhm.
asking me what all you did, and he's so different, and he's doing really, his therapist, or to his therapist also, other parents used to ask that, why is he coming, what is his issue, because he looks perfectly normal, he's talking, he's saying namaste to everyone and doing really well. So again,
Mm.
I started experiencing that in my real
Mm.
life as
So as you were appreciating it, it just kept becoming a part of your
well.
normal reality.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Phenomenal. Okay. All right. So, Aishwarya, it was wonderful, really genuinely wonderful to connect with you. And I wish you all the best for your coaching practice and for all the parents and kids that you're going to bless. And thank you so much for all the blessings you sent my way. I really, really appreciate you. And I will see you in class today, actually. Yeah, because we have Healy Fest today. All
yeah.
right. See you, Aishwarya. Lovely connecting. And I will exit the call because I have another
Another,
call in 5 minutes. So I
yeah.
need to at least refresh.
Yeah, and also I had just one doubt that the secret box was for those who enrolled in the webinar, or was for everyone
Oh,
who's
mystery box. No, so mystery box. There was not for everybody who enrolled in the webinar. For the first 50 who enrolled in the webinars,
Acha, acha.
and it was also there was a mistake I made on my end for international students. I didn't realize that shipping was $100 and the product cost was 50. So I had to do some jugaad in the background to get all the international people who bought in the first 50. I had to get them out, and I had to do some recalculations. But it was the first 50 of the who joined on the webinar.
Okay, okay, okay. I wasn't
Yeah.
aware because I just saw the pictures. That time I was not enrolled. I enrolled, I think, last month, October
Yeah,
end.
yeah. People who enrolled at the end did not get it, but we are planning to. So there was. So we are planning to. We've only made whatever we made. We sent out, but we are planning to make so people can buy it, purchase it.
Yeah, I was going to ask how can we
Yeah,
buy? Because I
yeah.
have each
I
and
will look at
everything
that.
that you have created, produced, sold. I have almost everything. Now the
Thank
mystery box is the only thing that I don't have.
you. Don't have. Okay, we will make it happen. We will make it happen. In fact, we have, I think, 20 boxes itself left, just the main boxes of the HeliFast mystery box, but nothing inside. So we can
Tiny.
produce 20 of those and maybe sell those. I'll speak to the manufacturer, let you know.
Thank you so much. And thank
Most
you so much
welcome.
for coming into our lives. I every day I bless you and I say that thank you so much for creating this girl. Otherwise, हम कहाँ रहते? हम कुछ नहीं कर पाते because it's amazing. I mean, I can't stop
Thank
talking.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And you're going to be that for other people. So I'm excited
Very
for your
much.
journey.
Yeah.
Hello, lovely
Yeah.
to see
Thank
both
you
of
so
you.
much.
We'll see you soon and
Thank
blessings
you.
to both of you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. Bye.
Most welcome. Bye.